The Boston Celtics took a 13-game winning streak into Thursday's marquee matchup against the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors, winners of 7 straight games themselves, took their championship belt to the TD Garden Thursday night. What transpired was a gritty, come-from-behind victory by as many as 17 points as the Celtics beat the powerhouse Warriors by a final of 92-88, extending Boston's winning streak to 14 games. This is the Boston Celtics recap on CLNS Media, brought to you by DraftKings.com. Use code CLNS for a free entry. Although tonight's game had the feel of a strange November affair, the intensity on the court was palpable. The TD Garden crowd, electric as ever. With under 3 minutes remaining in this one and the Celtics scrounging for points, Marcus Smart intelligently found Kyrie Irving for a backdoor pass along the baseline. Irving hit the layup and connected on the and-one foul to make it 86-85 Celtics. There will be more on Marcus Smart's night later in this recording. A Klay Thompson 3 made it 88-86 Golden State with under a minute and a half remaining. However, Irving battled back with a couple of free throws of his own to tie it at 88 apiece. Irving had one of his weakest shooting performances as a Celtic, yet his resolve in getting to the free throw line late in the game helped seal the victory. A Draymond Green miss from the 3 gave the Celtics possession of the ball with 39 seconds remaining, and the game still tied at 88. Instead of opting for the 2-for-1 late in the game, Kyrie circled the wagons, eventually giving way to a Brad Stevens timeout. Stevens opted to get Irving in an isolation coming out of the timeout, receiving the ball at the top of the key. Irving hit Green with a superb crossover. The silky smooth Irving glided into the paint, drawing the foul on a near and one layup attempt. Irving calmly connected on both freebies, giving Boston a 2-point edge, 90-88 with 14 seconds left. The Warriors are the Warriors for a reason. They boast shooters who are literally threats to score from 3/4 court, but the Celtics tonight, particularly their team defense, was as stout as could be. Instead of working the ball around, the Warriors opted to get Durant the ball about 16 feet away from the hoop along the baseline. Durant quickly faded away, and although the shot looked good from the onset, it eventually went off course. A Celtics rebound eventually led to 2 free throws the other way for Jason Tatum, who, unlike most rookies, sank both from the line, icing the game at 92-88. Tonight's game honestly had the feel of 15 different games within one, as Golden State controlled throughout most of the first half and into the third quarter. It wasn't until a defiant 19-2 run to end the third quarter, led by the impressive Jaylen Brown, that the Celtics were back in this contest for good. Brown led the Celtics with a team-high 22 points to go with 7 boards, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Although his shooting percentage shows 39% for the night, his relentlessness going to the hoop, along with his aggression during a third quarter lull, was perhaps the sole reason the Celtics had a chance in this one. His energy helped give life to a TD Garden crowd ready to explode on a number of occasions. He contributed a steal in the first quarter, followed up by a windmill dunk, and late in the second quarter, he followed up a 3-point shot with a hustling putback layup. Showcasing his end-to-end skills, Brown raced back to defend his own basket, blocking a Klay Thompson dunk attempt. Boston has proven to be a better team in second halves this season, boasting the NBA's second-best offensive rating at 111.4. The best offensive rating in second halves this season, the Warriors' 121.1 offensive rating. Those second half numbers could have been thrown away tonight, as the second half turned into an absolute dogfight. Golden State shot just 15-38 from the floor, compared to Boston's even worse 13-36 mark, where the Celtics outdid the Warriors in the second half came in the form of free throws. Boston connected on 21 of 25 free throws in quarters 3 and 4, while Golden State went to the line just 8 times, connecting on 5. Al Horford had difficulty connecting on his outside shot and was flustered at times with hard double teams sent at him, yet he finished with 18 points to go with 11 boards. Irving connected on just 4-16 shots for 16 points, but came through in the end with 11 points in the final quarter. Marcus Morris chipped in with 12 points of his own and played excellent defense in the process, guarding everyone from Durant to Green. He even switched well when he found himself on Stephen Curry, who had a horrendous night himself. After a slow start, Tatum picked up his efforts with 10 second half points, including those 2 free throws that iced the game. Boston's bench was once again largely non-existent. As a unit, they connected on just 2 of 19 field goals. The aforementioned Smart, who led the group in minutes off the bench, played in 30-plus minutes tonight, and a sign that stats can be very confusing. Smart finished the contest with a game-high plus-minus rating of plus 19. Anyone watching the game was likely found yelling at the TV screen in clear frustration of Smart. He looked jittery and rushed on offense all night, botching layups and taking a high variety of high degree of difficulty shots. His second quarter was certainly one to forget. After hoisting up a ridiculous 3-pointer on an on-ball off-the-ball screen, Smart was posterized by Andre Iguodala the other way, and in a complete loss of his mind, Smart even negated 2 points by Irving when he hit the net just as an Irving layup was about to go in. The ball popped out, and the refs hit Smart and the Celtics with a goaltend. But in Stevens' faith with his players, Smart included, Smart was a pivotal part of the Celtics' defensive scheme tonight. What's more, the Celtics shot 33% from the floor and beat a healthy Warriors squad. Durant led the Warriors' top-ranked offense with 24 points and 9 of 18 shooting, while virtually every other Warrior player struggled with their shot. Thompson's 13 points were second most on the team, while Green chipped in with 11 points, 8 boards, and 5 assists in a game-high 38 minutes of action. Curry was particularly off tonight, getting in early foul trouble in the third quarter, finishing with just 9 points on 3 of 14 shooting. Golden State continues their East Coast trip with a Saturday showing in Philly, while the Celtics' 14-game winning streak rolls along to Atlanta Saturday night. Tonight's recap is sponsored by DraftKings, the best place for you to win huge cash prizes every single night. With basketball season back in full swing, DraftKings is a place for one-day fantasy basketball. You can enter into their big money groups or play in beginner or casual contests with your friends. Head to DraftKings.com, armed with a $5 deposit and our promo code CLNS, and you can play for your share of $10,000 in total prizes. Don't wait. Use code CLNS at DraftKings.com now to choose your lineup. To stay up to speed in the 17-time world champions, follow CLNS on Twitter at CLNS Media. Be sure to subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS mobile podcast app. For CLNS Media, I'm Corey Prescott.